Long after the last Hellcat was parked and the factories had gone silent, the men who had driven them carried the sound of that engine in their memories, a shriek of air and steel that meant survival. They had learned that victory bought through speed demanded its own kind of price. The Hellcat's design stripped away everything that slowed it down, but in doing so, it also stripped away comfort, safety, and illusion. Inside its open turret, men lived seconds at a time. Their armor was noise, instinct, and the faith that motion could cheat death. When historians wrote of that age, they spoke of numbers, production totals, penetration charts, engagement ranges, but rarely of what it felt like to live inside a weapon built for movement. The crews did not remember the statistics. They remembered the way the machine shuddered when it fired, how the hot shell casings clattered at their boots, how wind and gun smoke mingled in the same breath. They remembered the blur of trees when they raced for cover, the echo of engines in the fog, and the weightless pause between seeing a target and pulling the trigger. The Hellcat demanded more than skill. It demanded trust, in the driver, in the gunner, in the fragile sliver of speed that kept them alive. For every victory, there was loss. The same lightness that made the Hellcat swift made it vulnerable. A single direct hit could erase a crew in a flash of fire and fuel. Survivors recalled the silence that followed such moments. Engines idling, radio static, the world briefly stopped. War moved too quickly for grief. There was only the next order, the next road, the next pursuit. Yet beneath the adrenaline, the men understood what their machine represented. It was not invincibility. It was defiance. A refusal to stand still even when standing still might mean safety. In the years that followed, generals and engineers would turn the lessons of the Hellcat into doctrines, blueprints, and theories. They would speak of maneuver warfare, mobility, rapid response, phrases that filled manuals and lectures. But for those who had been there, it was simpler. The Hellcat had taught them that motion was life. In the churn of gears and gasoline, they had glimpsed a truth that would outlast the war. No armor is perfect, no weapon eternal. Only the will to move, to adapt, to strike, to keep going, survives. Today, when one of the few remaining Hellcats starts its engine, the sound carries across the decades. It is the echo of Aracort's fog, the roar of the Ardennes winter, the heartbeat of men who learned that speed could be salvation. It is not just a relic of war, it is a reminder of the paradox at the core of modern battle, that the faster we move, the more fragile we become. The M18 Hellcat was more than a machine. It was a philosophy forged in fear, refined by courage, and sealed in steel and smoke. It changed how nations fought and how soldiers survived. And though its war ended in 1945, its spirit, the relentless pursuit of movement, the belief that agility could outpace destruction, still whispers through every engine that dares to chase the future.